Hey, welcome back to another episode of Half Court Trapped. And it's been a while, but it figured time to give you guys some basketball talk as we ease into the playoffs, which are coming very, very soon. Back with the usual guys, usual suspect. What's good, Jordan?
You.
Yo, and Toby up in the building. And
Yo,
Jeff couldn't make it, but he'll be here on the next, man. So, basketball, man. Basketball, football's done. We do got
Mhm.
March Madness right now, which is crazy. How your bracket doing, Jordan?
I'm like 90. I think I'm 94%. I
Okay.
mean, it's not too bad. I'm 95.1%. Not bad.
Who lost? Tennessee?
Huh?
You had Tennessee?
First round, UConn killed me. Alabama killed me. Virginia Tech, Seton Hall.
Oh, damn.
Iowa. So I had a lot wrong like after the first round. But even after the first round, I was still like 99% still. I mean, but right now I'm at 95%. And then you can actually do the Sweet 16. So you can play a bracket
Separately. Yeah, I got you. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that did shit might be like 10 years ago.
But there's no more perfect brackets. There's no perfect brackets at all.
Nah, it's impossible. Especially now because kids are so one and done. You don't know who gonna win no more like you used to.
Exactly.
So it's crazy. But Toby, what's good with you though, man? How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Just living life, grinding every day.
All right, well, let's get to the basketball, man. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference right now. I see things, have been heating up and getting closer and closer to the playoffs. So, Toby, who would you say your favorite right now is coming out the East?
I mean, I'm gonna say besides the Sixers, since when they get to the playoffs, Embiid is gonna be unstoppable, and then Harden's gonna be a good piece. So besides the Sixers, I would say, I was gonna say Milwaukee because of course they go, they just went to the chip last year, and they still, they're still good. But I'm gonna go with surprise. I'm gonna say Boston.
You're gonna say Boston.
Boston is hooping. I'm not gonna lie, they hooping. So I'm gonna say Boston just because they've been going like in the right direction for a couple months now. So they looking great. Besides my Sixers and the Bucks, they are looking, like they can. It looked like Tatum and Brown really taking that extra step. Everybody know their roles. Marcus Smart, he's even becoming a better facilitator, running the offense. And then they picked up the boy Derek White from the Spurs. I like that pickup.
That's a great pickup, actually.
There's a great pickup. There's they had Shooter too. They look go a Shooter. I thought he was cool, but they got Derek White. But
Shooter's a bum everywhere you go, bro.
They're looking more complete. I mean, they didn't start off the season right. The way they started off the season, I would have never expected them to like be where they're fourth right now in the East. I would have never expected them to be fourth in the East and playing this well. So they definitely surprised me, so far. And I'm just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna pick them as my favorite just because they're playing so good right now. I don't want to say my Sixers.
That's your favorite to come out of East besides the Sixers?
Besides the Sixers, and I don't want to say the Bucks. The Bucks is too predictable. They went there.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Boston for sure. Yeah.
You think the Sixers got enough depth to come out the East?
Man, we don't got the depth, but we got Harden and Embiid. That's what I'm banking on, man. I mean, I want us to go to the chip, but I mean, it's not gonna. I'm being biased as hell because we don't have the depth, but I'm just praying, that Harden steps up and Embiid is still, who he is at the playoffs. That's what I want to happen.
All right, Jordan, who's your favorite to come out the East?
So, I mean, if I had to put money on it, I mean, it's got to be Milwaukee. I mean, like, that's a safe bet. That's a safe pick. They've done it already. They still have the same pieces. I think once it gets to the playoffs, Giannis will go into this mode to where, like, he's just the best player in the NBA. Like, so, and I don't think that – now, that would be, like, my first choice. My secondary choice would actually be like Miami, but what I need to see from Miami is Kyle Lowry needs to play a lot better than what he has played this year. Like just in all seriousness.
What you think about what you said about the Sixers?
They would be my third or fourth choice. I mean, in all honesty, like even after Brooklyn, like if Brooklyn has a full-time Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn could win the chip. Without Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I don't see that.
You don't think they can win the chip without Ben Simmons?
I think they need defense. I think yeah, they don't get a lot of points, but I think
they had the same team last year with
Harden.
and still almost beat them.
With Harden too.
Yeah, but he wasn't really Harden. He was just out there, literally just out there, like he was literally out there for no reason.
I mean, if you ask me, I think Brooklyn's still not easy. I don't know what the hell happened to Simmons' back. I don't know how you hurt your back sitting on the couch, honestly, but I don't know what happened to his back. I don't know. He was sitting in the fucking therapist chair too long every week or something like that. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. And I don't know. And then Kyrie, like that mandate, they said is indefinite right now. So I don't know when the fuck that shit going to end, to be honest with you. So that's a problem. So Brooklyn, I ain't counting out. If they ever got a full squad, they would be dangerous. But they always looking towards next year. With the Sixers, the depth is an issue because if Harden ain't making shots, Harden gets cold. So when Harden gets cold, it's a problem, and you got to keep him on the floor. So Boston, who he said, I think they do too much 1-on-1 for me. You know, Tatum Brown. I think that gets problem in the playoffs. I do like Milwaukee, especially because low-key, Lopez just came back. And Lopez was big for them last year. And with Lopez there, that pushes Portis now back to the bench. So which means that gives them even more depth and stuff like that. And they got Ibaka. So I kind of like that trio. I said that when they got Ibaka, that if you forget about Lopez, still got to come back. So I like that. They've been kind of getting healthy all season. So I kind of like Milwaukee. Miami, my issue is I don't trust none of them. Like, they don't have a go-to scorer. I don't trust Jimmy to always get buckets. You know what I mean? He go cold too. So I don't know. Tyler, he could score, but he's a defensive liability, right? So I don't know who I trust on that team if they down to say, yo, bring us home on Miami. Well, I definitely don't trust Bam either.
I was gonna say Bam needs to be the second lead scorer on the team. Period. For them to even go back to the finals. I know they did it when they did it in the bubble, but those were not regular circumstances.
Bam not aggressive enough on offense all the time.
He's not. He needs to definitely be more aggressive, but also freaking they're going to need Kyle Lowry. They're really going to need Kyle Lowry to give them more than 10, 11, 12 points a game in the playoffs for sure. But yeah. I think Jimmy can – I don't know. Jimmy's proven himself in the playoffs to be clutch. So
yeah. The playoffs he has. So, you know, we're going to stay. But I don't know if I'm like, yo, Jimmy, we down 5. We need to bring home. It's just hard for me. You know what I mean? On that regard. So if I had to choose, I would go with the Bucks because of all the other teams' liabilities. And, you know, their big three, they just solid between Drew and Middleton and Giannis. Like, you can count on them every night. That's the thing about them. Like, that's what other teams missing. Like, who I can count on every particular night. What about in the West, Tobi? Let's go back to you. What would be your favorite out there?
Phoenix. They've been the best team in the league, basically from wire to wire. I don't remember the streak they went on in the beginning of the season, but they went on like 2 long streaks. They weren't
it was like 17 games. It was like 12 or something like that. Yeah,
they're 58-14. So
yeah, and won bad games without CP too. So
they won games without CP3. So they're the best team. I got them coming out the West.
All right, well, let me mix it up there. Who's your second best team in the West? Then?
Second best team. If Steph is healthy, and if Steph is healthy, and I think Draymond is back now.
He's back, yeah.
Then it will probably be Golden State. Yeah, if Steph is healthy, Draymond back, it'll probably be Golden State.
Yo, low key, Draymond podcast be all right. Yo, if you ever heard that shit, I've been watching that.
I've seen some clips.
Yeah. His interview with Embiid is actually pretty good. I want to say, John. Whatever. What about you, Jordan? What do you like?
I agree with Tobi. There's no clear cut other teams in the West that have a chance against those two, in my opinion. Memphis, maybe, but Ja has to be like unbelievable. I think for them to be able to advance to like the conference finals at the very least, he has to be sensational. I mean, I think he has to be like triple double every night. In my opinion, I think those guys are going to be able to show up when it comes playoff time to give them enough to go up against.
What about the other boys? He back from the team? He been hurt like all year.
I don't think he's back.
Dylan Brooks? No,
Brooks. Yeah, Brooks.
Dylan Brooks. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking about Golden State. I don't know why.
But I had Golden State winning the chip.
No.
The injury to Steph Curry, the Like if he can come back fully healthy and be,
Bro, they was never gonna win a chip. Bro, you telling you that, yo.
bro, y'all tripping. If he comes back to be 100%, they can win a chip. How can they not win a chip?
They're too small, and I don't know what the fuck happened to Wiseman. He just his whole career ended off one injury. I feel like I don't know what the hell yet. So
they've been small. They've always been small. They ran lineups with Dre at the 5 for years. Even Durant and they won chips. They didn't have a good center. Looney's trash.
I think but I think the depth, if they really go against Phoenix, especially the depth of Phoenix too much, yo. Like yo, both of them Cams is good. Like Cam Johnson and Cam Payne, yo. They got Phoenix got a squad, yo. Like for real.
The only difference between their depth and Golden State's depth is that Phoenix is bigger because they can go Biyombo, they can go McGee.
Yeah.
The bench, they don't have any true. I mean, Looney is not good to me.
No.
Wiseman got hurt again. They should have went out and got another big guy. And then
Wiseman came back, got hurt again. I didn't know he came back.
He never started, but then they said he had a setback to where.
Oh, okay.
So I think it is going to be a problem. But to me, when you look at, Phoenix starting 5 versus Golden State starting 5 fully healthy.
My thing is too. I think Clay's still not Clay yet.
He's not Clay. Yeah, he's definitely not Clay. He has his games though.
He has his games. I think this half the season is good for him. Then he go through a real training camp. I think Clay will be more back to Clay. You can see it coming, but I think it's gonna take a little while. Like only player who gets hurt for years and comes back right, like KD. Like nothing ever happened and shit like that. Like, but other. Right, he's not human. KD get hurt and come back, drop 30 next game. Like it's like never happened, shit like that. So, but yeah, Clay is not Clay. But I do like Poole. Poole's nice, yo. Like on some real stuff. But second best team is tough, man. I think I'm gonna say that for my sleeper actually. Sure. Who's what team for you is the biggest surprise since the All-Star break?
Biggest surprise since the All-Star break. All-Star break was a little while ago.
Exactly.
I would have to maybe say.
What's a month and a half? Yeah.
Don't steal my answer.
Don't steal yours.
You about to say it properly though? Go ahead.
I mean, I'm thinking. I was kind of thinking Boston. Just the way that they've turned up since the All-Star break and going into the All-Star break, the way they've been playing, we all thought that they'd be a top 3 or 4 team in the East. Now they're showing it. To me, it's Charlotte. Where's Jeff? Like, Charlotte has, like, they were in the top 5 or 6 in the beginning.
That would be a bigger disappointment, number 4, but that's fine.
Okay, well, yeah, that would kind of be a disappointment. So you're right. So I would say really surprising the Celtics.
All right, what you got, Tobi, for your biggest surprise?
I'm gonna say Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh yeah, yo, that's a good one, bro.
They still in what are they, the 6th seed?
They're the 6th seed, but yo, who had them in the 6th seed for the season started? Yo, nobody, bro. Yo, Cat is balling.
He started shooting more threes after the All-Star break because he won. He won the competition.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's been hooping. So definitely them. I don't really see them doing anything in the playoffs, but the simple fact that they're 6th, 7th seed right now comfortably, like, is really a surprise. I mean, they Giannis didn't play the last game with the Bucks, but they blew out the Bucks. I think it was Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. I mean, they still blew them out. I expected that game to still be closer, but this not your old Timberwolves. They got Cat, D'Lo. They got Beverly playing defense. And what's his boy name again? Anthony Edwards. So,
man.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely a surprise team for me right now. After the All-Star break.
Yeah, I agree. He's right about Boston. I'm gonna go with Dallas though. Dallas been balling too. Dallas been getting dubs, and it's like it was like addition by subtraction. They got rid of Porzingis, and they started playing better. All of a sudden, a lot. I think the lane got more open for Luka to do his thing, and Luka need the ball, and he needs just to be open and free. And all of a sudden, Dallas been beating mad teams and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with Dallas for me. And they don't even got Hardaway Jr. He's still hurt right now. So I think you don't like him.
He's not. Luka is everything.
I think he's solid for them though.
He's solid. I mean, he's not bad, but I'm just saying like they still winning because they have Luka, Brunson, and then
What'd you say, Jordan?
Dinwiddie is better than him, and he's filled in better.
Oh yeah.
Dinwiddie,
I agree
hitting
with
some
that.
clutch threes for them. So it's like,
Yeah, Dinwiddie was a good deal for Porzingis. I agree. Yeah, Dallas would be mine. What about your most disappointing, Tobi?
my most disappointing team since All-Star break, easy.
Yeah.
Lakers.
Oh, that's. I forgot about that too.
The All-Star break, and they just started
Since the
continuing
beginning of the
losing.
season.
They looked worse than they did before. I mean, they've been winning
Since the beginning of the season.
They've been trash since the beginning, but once the All-Star break came, like, you know, everybody thought something was gonna change. But they were like continually losing after the All-Star break. Like they're horrible, they're disappointed of the season after the All-Star break. But yeah, that's easily the Lakers. I mean, easily.
Jordan said Charlotte
was supposed to been got fired, but they just want to keep.
Yeah, hide that shirt you got on, Mike, because I seen it.
Nah, we won last night, actually, so I'm gonna go with that. and you know what? Honestly, like Augustine was a good pickup for them. He got a ball in
all the Lakers needed were some decent players. They signed
decent shooters.
Players. Yeah, I'm saying like Augustine is a shooter, but that's like him. He's probably our best 3-point shooter automatically.
He is, yeah.
And they just picked him up like a few weeks ago. Before that was Malik Monk. So what I'm saying is like they don't have their players, their role players are like trash, like they're so bad. So
I think they will still get the eighth seed because I think they'll still get the eighth seed though. Because
I agree.
They're gonna get AD back, and if they get AD back, they'll beat anybody in the play with AD.
Who's the who the AFC right now?
Clippers.
They'll beat the Clippers in the play-in game.
And they could beat the Pelicans in the play-in game. They could beat who else?
It's going to be Minnesota versus the Clippers. Then
Minnesota 6 seed. They ain't in it.
No, right now it says Denver's because Denver has 130 losses and Minnesota.
Oh, okay. I got you. So it'll be Minnesota versus Pelicans. They'll beat them.
Yeah.
Lakers versus Clippers. Lakers will beat the Clippers.
Okay, Lakers would win. Lakers would probably win with. They need Anthony Davis. They might lose with no Anthony Davis. They need Anthony Davis to beat the Clippers that are playing.
I think in the play-in game, Bron going for 60. No Anthony Davis there. I think
we'll see. I mean, what's the point? I mean,
I'd rather play the Clippers than the Pelicans if they got BI back. To be honest, the BI been out.
Yeah, that's
8 games. He been the last 8 games. That's true. If BI was there, we might not still be in the 9th seed. Be honest with you, because
facts. They would definitely be 10th seed right now for sure. And they still got to play the Pelicans. I think twice, like this season. Maybe once or twice still. So
at one point, I'm with Jordan. I thought about just shutting them down. Like, take AD, just relax the whole next 5 months. And,
he didn't do shit this whole season. He better get out there and try to save the season. At least try to get a plan. Like, bro, he ain't do shit this whole season. He's been hurt.
They're not beating Phoenix whether he's out there or
Well,
not.
yeah, you're right. Phoenix is a complete ball team, but
he's got to shut it down.
You got to and he got to do something, bro. He ain't do shit this whole season, like, at all.
The crazy part, next year, I think it's going to wind up only him, Bron, Monk left on the team from the whole squad. I think they're going
to bring back
Reeves. They're going to keep the boy Reeves, the shooter.
Got to keep Reeves, man.
Oh, the white boy,
Can't keep letting go with good role players. Like,
yeah, he's okay. And they'll probably
Melo ain't coming back, though. Or Dwight.
Melo.
Maybe Melo.
Everybody's gone. Everybody's
gone. I mean, what's Melo going to do? Retire now?
Nah, he was talking about finishing up in Denver. I was reading or whatever. Like, I can see that.
Yeah. He should go to Golden State.
The White should retire. That is washed.
He should go to
which retire?
Golden State.
Dwight? Oh, Dwight's washed. Yeah, he's washed. Fucking DeAndre Jordan's washed, but the Sixers picked him up. So
This need big bodies.
Yeah, that nigga ain't playing 2 years.
Or he can come to the Sixers. He can come off the bench, score 15 off the bench. He can do that. If Melo come to the Sixers, come off the bench, give us 15.
Yeah, that would be good. He could do that for sure. He could do that for the Sixers.
He could do that for sure.
He should be leading right now, but I guess if he don't get one this year, he'll never get one. I guess.
No.
Melo.
Yeah,
I think he's okay with that. Honestly, I think he tried this year. I don't think he get one. I think he cool with that
His
situation.
legacy is
You
cemented.
worry about the Sixers don't get one this year because East only gonna get better, man. So Sixers win
that's
it
why
close.
we win this year.
Relax. Our window is next year. On to the next question.
Next, I never said my biggest disappointment since the All-Star break. If you going with the Lakers, I'm gonna go with Brooklyn and Toby. Because Brooklyn has lost a lot of games. They were actually number one seed at one point this year. You know that, right? So
that was like in January though.
yeah, it's only in March.
Rudy got hurt. Kyrie wasn't playing. James set the team. That's why they started losing all the games.
Mad games.
Yeah, they lost mad
He
games.
did just say F this. That's
James.
Yeah.
James, I don't get, man. It's crazy, yo. Oh, but y'all was talking about earlier about we were talking about favorites coming out the conferences. I got futures on like 8 teams right now. So somebody gonna be some money, one or the other. I split up all my futures on like 9 teams and shit like that. So instead of doing that, I got Sixers on one for like 20 for like 265 right now. Let's see, what team could be a sleeper and have a long playoff run coming out the West, Toby?
Out the West, a sleeper.
Have a long playoff run, you think?
Long playoff
kind of like how give you an example. Kind of like how Atlanta did last year, and they were a sleeper making the Eastern Conference
How did Atlanta did?
I got one.
Who's really a sleeper? I mean, what seed was Atlanta last year?
They were
who they played the first time? They played the Knicks. That means they were like a 4th. They were a 3 or 4 seed.
Atlanta was the 5th seed. The Knicks were the 4th seed.
I mean, yeah, there was a 4 or 5. Yeah, so he's a 5th seed. So I'm looking at the 4, 5, and 6, and I'm gonna go Denver. I mean, Denver's a good team. They're a good team. They've been to the conference championship game before, but yeah, I could see them, possibly get into that, spot again. Even without Jamal Murray, what's his name? Jokic is great. He's
he's great.
Simple fact that they're winning games with the team that he has. He has good role players. They're not the worst, but they literally have 40 wins. You know what I'm saying right now. And Michael Porter been hurt like basically the whole season, and Murray still hasn't came back yet. So definitely, I can see Denver. If I see Denver and Dallas, I'm right now. Dallas is above them, but right now I would say in the series, I'm probably taking Denver in the series, like if they were ever to play in the series. So.
What about you? You agree out west with Denver, Jordan?
Definitely.
All right, and I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go Dallas, man. I'm riding with Luka, man. I'm on Luka train. Yeah. Huh?
They ain't getting that for it.
Why not, bro?
This is the same thing every year with Luka. He carries the team to the playoffs, and then they're gonna lose most likely the first round.
And it's sad because nobody might ever go there and play with him, so he might not ever win a ring. He might end up the next like Jerry West for like.
But look how long it took. How long it took Dirk? Dirk was like 13 years for he won.
He's gonna say Dirk.
Yeah.
But, I could see Luka winning the ring. I mean, he's still young. He's still
who's better, Dirk or Luka?
I mean,
Dirk
Dirk is better, but I mean, Luka's just as great.
Yeah.
He has the potential to be just as great. Like
yeah. Right now, I'm gonna still say Dirk, but Luka's fucking nice, bro. Like
he is nice. Don't get me wrong. He is nice, but Dirk.
Somebody told me on my Facebook about a month ago. They said they think Melo gonna wind up better than Luka. I said, hell no. I said, nah. I'm still going with Luka.
LaMelo. Yeah. Right now, Luka is.
He has the tools, but I mean, it'll probably never happen.
Nah, I don't think he'll ever be this. And Luka's still got. Luka's 22, right? People know that shit, right? It's some shit like that. Like, yeah. Luka's gonna be fucking amazing. I think he'll win one before it's but they will be my sleeper. I can see going along. What about in the East, Toby? Who do you think?
My East, the sleeper in the East. I'm not gonna say Boston. Damn, I mean, I don't want to say Boston because I said Boston earlier.
Yeah, you said Boston everything.
Yeah, they could definitely get there.
You want me to go on that one?
Yeah, you could go. Go ahead.
The Sixers are a sleeper.
They're second seed.
They're still sleeping. This is my true opinion, right?
All right, go ahead.
Just because they're the 2 seed, I don't believe that anybody thinks they can win the finals. I don't think anybody wholeheartedly believes that the Sixers can win a championship the way they're currently constructed. But like Toby said earlier, it would be sleep Why would they sleep? James Harden and Joel Embiid both have to be Superman every game. If they are Superman every game, it really doesn't matter what anybody else does on the floor. Maxey has to be above average. Tobias has to be just a slight of above average. Like you're averaging 13, give us 17. Maxey, we need 20 from you. And we really do need 25 to 30 from Joel and Harden. That's going to be hard to get. But if that happens, nobody's going to want to see the Sixers. Nobody's going to want to see the Sixers.
Who's the 7th seed right now?
Toronto.
Yeah, Sixers probably sweep them.
So
maybe not sweep.
Nobody's going to want to see them if James Harden is rolling and if Joel Embiid is still playing the same.
I don't trust James in the playoffs, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't. Not every night.
I know, but it's like we.
I trust Joel, and he done have playoff problems too. But I trust him more.
But we don't need you to go get 40. We don't need you to go get 40. But the thing that messes me up too is a lot of the time he's been cold. He hasn't shot the ball well. But recently, he'll go to the rim and he'll look for the foul. He plays for the foul. Bro, play through contact and try to score. You're going to get the foul if you go play through contact and try to score, then try to look for the foul. Like, I seen shit where, like, even the one play where he got the flagrant against Toronto, last play of the game, you putting your chest into their chest. You taking your elbows and putting them into their chest. You don't think that's going to not get called? It's really an offensive foul, but they're not even calling an offensive foul. He's just not getting it called.
I'm gonna go with a 5th seed for sleeper. I'm gonna go with the Bulls because they're the 5th seed right now, and they have been pretty solid all year. They DeRozan and Levine, they get buckets. They definitely got a good starting five themselves. So if I can see anybody having a Cinderella run like Atlanta had last year, get to the ECF, it'll be the Bulls.
I can see that if you're comparing it to.
Yeah, if I compare it. Now, if Atlanta got in again, I'm rolling with Trey. But I don't know if they can get in or not. So, about that. Because Collins hurt now. So they kind of messed up a little bit on that, on that squad. So you and your Sixers, bro. It's funny. Let's see. What current injured player, you both probably going to say the same thing, will have the biggest impact on the playoffs when they come back, you think? So you got Murray. You got Steph, you got CP, got a lot of injured players right now. Still, AD and stuff like that.
For me, it would have to be Steph Curry because I wholeheartedly feel like if Steph Curry comes back 100% healthy, Golden State can win the chip. And everybody wants to say, I know we just talked about it, they don't have the size and all that, but if they're shooting over 40-some% from three, you can have 7'9" out there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If they're all shooting 45% from three and Clay and Steph are going nuts, we've seen teams that have more size than them and then they beat down because of the way that they play. They can get up and down the floor. The Phoenix is big. It can get up and down the floor.
Yeah.
They don't really run. Golden State doesn't really run they're not really a fast-paced team. But they're going to swing the ball 10 times until they get the open shot. And everybody on the floor can shoot. So if they're hitting shots at a high clip, it don't matter if you got 7 foot out there. They're going to run you down. They're going to shoot you out the gym. They're going to run you out the gym.
I see a lot of holes with them, seeing it, I mean, Draymond did patch a lot up, though. So I will say that. But I don't know. What about you, Tobi?
I'm going to go CP3. He comes back. They're on their revenge season. They want to get back to the chip and they want to win it. So I definitely see them. They are a good team without him, but he takes them to that championship level. So I definitely see that happen. And Golden State is a good one, though, like Jordan said. If Steph is 100% healthy, but if they end up playing each other, I'm still gonna pick Phoenix. I feel like Golden State has a lot of players that don't have experience like that.
Yeah, that's my thing too. You're right.
That's gonna affect them.
Yeah, so I said early in the year, Poole, Gary Payton Jr. They got a lot of people who don't have a lot of experience, stuff like that. He hurt too. I'm gonna say AD. AD come back and win the chip. No, I'm joking. Let me see.
AD come back. What though? You're not saying AD?
What happened, Toby?
I said you're not saying AD.
I mean, because he probably
if he come back, they could. I mean, definitely get into a plan, and then
I'll tell you what. With AD last year, we was up 2-1 on Phoenix, so people got to remember that.
AD last year, if AD doesn't get hurt last year, they're gonna beat Phoenix. So
they are, yeah.
For sure, beating Phoenix, like
they not beat. I don't know if they beat Milwaukee, but they beat Phoenix though. But this year, I don't know. What did I say?
Don't even put that in the air.
What you mean? Like, you're not an AD trash or something like that, bro. Like he ain't important. What you mean? Like
AD, they was up 2-1, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's facts or whatever. So it's real shit. But I probably would say CP. I'm with you, Toby. I think that I agree with the revenge season. We might wind up seeing Suns Bucks again, which I wouldn't mind seeing. In the finals and stuff like that. Because I really think the East playoffs are going to be lit. Like I said earlier. I mean, the West, I don't know. But the East, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be pretty crazy. So, yeah, I'll definitely go with CP3 on that situation. And then what coaches besides, I'm going to say Vogel, but besides Vogel, Toby, what coaches will be or should be fired? You can have Vogel too, but at the end of the season, stuff like that.
I was going to say Vogel because that was too easy, but let me try to.
It is too easy.
I got it. One.
Go ahead.
If the Sixers don't make it to the conference finals, Doc is gone.
Okay,
no, he's not, bro. Are you serious?
Bro, I'm telling you, if they do not make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, Doc is gone.
Doc, let me piggyback on that for sure. I mean, that's the bare minimum this season. Got to be
bare minimum.
Come on, and I'm tired of Doc. Like, first of all, we blew that 3-1 lead. Like,
that's what he does.
He's always blowing 3-1 lead. This year we got to get to Eastern Conference Final. We got Harden. There's no excuses. I mean, I don't care about our depth. First of all, we play Toronto. There's no reason we should lose that. And then after that, depending on who we play, we should get to Eastern Conference Final.
Yo, when y'all go up 3-1 on somebody, you're gonna be nervous as hell. I said, when y'all go up 3-1 on somebody, you're gonna be nervous as hell.
One game, that's it, man.
That was like a slow death.
That's what it is. It's a slow
death. Right, like 3-1, and then we look up and we lost how many games? We lost 4 games straight.
Three straight, yeah.
I'm like, what?
I love that one. I wasn't even thinking about Doc. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about Doc, but
no, yeah,
Doc, if he doesn't get them to the conference finals.
But look, he only had Harden for half the season. He don't get no
shit, bro.
The
problems were happening before Harden. There were problems happening before James Harden, and then he's creating some of the problems that they're having now. His play calling is shit. They run pick and roll, or pick and pop with either Embiid, Thibault, or Harris. Every other play just on a different spot on the court. So like he needs to mix it up. He's got to get Maxey more touches. Harden has to learn how to play off the ball sometimes.
But Harden has a problem with that.
Yeah, ever since he got to Houston, he's got to play off the ball.
And then even if he does it where, right, in the first, like, to me, in my opinion, I think in the first half the offense should run through James Harden. I think in the second half it should run through Embiid, because I think the way it should go, I mean, and that's probably not, they want to run the offense through Embiid the entire game. But with doing that, sometimes Harden gets too passive with getting everybody else the ball, and then he doesn't get into a rhythm. He's not in a rhythm right now. His shooting percentage is horrible. After the first 3 games,
I know.
He's been relatively.
Ever since Kyrie clapped him in that game.
Yeah, he's been mediocre. He hasn't been.
I mean, he did clap him though.
So he's got to.
But they say he was doing shit in practice all the time, or whatever. So I don't know.
He's just got to be more. He's got to be more aggressive. Doc has to find other ways to get Maxey involved, to get Tobias Harris involved, because Tobias Harris playing defense, being a spot-up shooter, that is not his game. So he needs to find ways to be able to get Tobias the ball, especially when he has the matchup. I mean, it'd be times where he has the matchup in the post, they don't look for him because they're trying to get Embiid the ball in the post, or they're trying to get James Harden to run pick and roll, and he's pit-patting the ball through his legs 6 fucking times. When you got
that's what he does, though. Like, yeah.
I get that, but it's not. You're the coach. You're the head coach. So I mean,
you gonna change it now? 13 years or whatever he played last 10 years.
Like bro. It's gonna make him. It's gonna make him unhappy, bro. That's why he wanted. That's one of the reasons he wanted to leave Brooklyn, because he also didn't like the way they ran their offensive schemes and stuff. He wanted to do his ISO ball.
But they don't even do.
You just gotta get good pieces around him, and then
they don't even run ISO though with him. They don't. I barely see them call an ISO for him. He's trying to take it by himself, and he's driving into 2, 3, 4 defenders trying to get the foul call when he's initiating the fucking contact.
It's funny because he's been doing this forever. You seeing him more now because he put the Sixers on. So this is his game forever. But I'm gonna throw one in there that we haven't really talked about at all today. I'm gonna say Quinn Snyder, man. Because he's had the same, this Utah team been on the cusp for how many years? You know what I mean? And they ain't really doing nothing. I'm gonna say it's time for Quinn to go and stuff like that. I feel like that they hit a ceiling with him. Yeah,
I see what you're saying. Because it's funny. I seen an article earlier that said that he would be the favorite for the Lakers position or something like that.
Snyder would.
Yeah, like there's some other team, and the Lakers was looking at Quinn Snyder. So the fact that you said that, it kind of makes sense. You're right. They have hit a ceiling. I mean, especially if they don't do nothing again this year.
Yeah, and they're getting worse. I think last year was 2 seed, 9 on the 4th seed. I feel like they just had they can't go nowhere. Like they might have to bust that team up, honestly. But Quinn, he gonna before they bust the team up, they'll get rid of the coach and get a new voice in there. So I feel like Quinn is on the hot seat, and I feel like at this point they might be an early exit this year. You know, when people just come stuff. Wow. Yeah, I can see it. Who the 5th seed? Dallas, right?
I mean, they played Dallas. Dallas
knocked them off, honestly. So I feel like they could be
that'll be a disappointment. That would be a disappointment.
But I'll say this though, I don't see that happening. Donovan Mitchell is proven to be clutch in the playoffs. Everybody else just doesn't show up.
He be hooping.
Donovan Mitchell hoops in the playoffs.
I think, like I said, this year the coach will go. And then they'll get a new voice in there. I think Quinn goes, and I think next year they might break up Mitchell and Gobert.
I was about to say they're not winning the chip no matter what. So Mitchell needs to go because they're not winning. He's not winning the chip with them. So
he's still young. He still got some years in him. So.
Yeah, he still got some years. But they'll get rid of Gobert before they get rid of Mitchell. I feel like so. But yeah, that's my choice, Quinn Snyder. And then last but not least, gentlemen, gotta ask this every time we have a show, but because it's always fluid. Who are the top 3 MVP candidates right now? 1, 2, 3.
Damn, who's in it? Embiid?
Embiid still number 1 right now?
Yeah, definitely number 1.
He's still number 1. You got Jokic at number 2.
Who?
Okay, yeah,
Jokic at number 2.
All right.
And 3 is a toss-up. DeMar DeRozan's cooled down. Steph Curry, John Morant's kind of cooled down. You can make a case for Jason Tatum.
What?
The way he's from kind of like a little bit before the All-Star break, and then after All-Star break, and then coming into now. Who else would you put? Would you put Luka?
I'll put Luka Anthony.
Yeah, you love Luka, man.
He been balling. Yeah, I do. I love it. So Luka, I'm not gonna lie, but I've been on Luka for years, stuff like that. So
I can't put Luka in front of Ja.
Luka's better than Tatum, but you know what? I agree with that. I'll put Ja at 3, Luka at 4. Honestly, because Ja has carried them. Only thing that messed up Ja is they're 13-2 without Ja when he missed games this season and stuff like that. So that's the only thing that messed his candidacy up. But I'll still put him at 4 because when Ja be having big nights, bro. Like I didn't see this. I saw Ja being good, but not this good coming out of college.
He got good quick. It was quick.
Yeah, he got like a unstoppable force in the NBA, like really, really quick. So Embiid. I think Embiid done lost some ground though because Harden came in. He lost a couple games, stuff like that. I think
There's only one person on his neck though. Is Jokic. That's the only real person I see threatening
I
him.
was like, yeah,
And Embiid is, if he comes back and finishes the season kind of strong, slightly strong, they still gonna give it to him. They're gonna give it to him.
if they definitely finish with that 1 or 2 seed, they'll give it to him. You know,
I don't want them to finish with 1 seed. They need to stay right at number 2.
Why you don't want them to play Brooklyn possibly?
Bro, they're gonna see Brooklyn.
They're gonna. I think Philly finishes 2 or 3. To be honest, that's fine with me. And B will still get the MVP.
Okay, I can see it. I got him on the future, so hopefully he does. I put it in January, so hopefully
I'm gonna put some better in for him because I really think he's gonna win it. So
yeah, I put a thing in January for him once he started killing a little bit. I got a couple people on that too, but Embiid's my main one. For the money. I love futures, yo. That's the best thing going on.
Because the odds be high, right?
Yeah, the odds be high, and you can put a few of them and cash out some where you think it's not going to hit. I got several futures right now. Like I don't even know how many. I just leave them alone though. But I got to get rid of some. I only put $5 on the Lakers now. It's a long time ago.
You put $5 on the Lakers.
To go to the finals. It's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Huh?
I said that was a long time ago.
It was before AD went down the second time. Like that.
He went down 2 times this season. That's crazy.
It's street clothes. That's why.
Street clothes.
I would get rid of him honestly. If I was.
It depends what you could get.
I would still get rid of him because you know why? Here's my
for Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. Let Donovan Mitchell and Gobert pair up with LeBron. They win a chip.
Yeah,
they ain't giving a fucking.
They're not gonna do that. That's not realistic though. But
give up AD and 4-5 first round picks for Gobert.
They ain't got him to give.
They don't got no first round.
Or they could send Anthony Davis. You know who would be? You know AD. AD would be nice for Golden State.
What? They would never do that.
AD would be.
They would never do that. What are they gonna get from Golden State?
Or you know who they really should go get? Nah, this is the one right here. You're gonna like this one. Anthony Davis for Carl Anthony Towns.
I heard something like that before.
Anthony Davis for Carl Anthony Towns.
I would do that trade if they gave
Bradley Beal, and that's
Bradley Beal.
Bill
or something like that.
Why you said you don't want Brad with the Sixers a little while ago, Jordan?
We got. I mean, just like you said, James Harden needs the ball. Why are we gonna go get Bradley Beal? I mean, yeah, Bradley Beal can play off ball.
Yeah, he's a shooter.
Because my thing, like Brad Beal would be great because he can play off ball and on ball. He don't need the ball to be effective.
Right.
But then, are we getting rid of Tobias? What does that do to Tyrese Maxey?
Maxey can be gone. If you get Beal, Maxey's gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're gonna lose that. I don't want to lose all that. I don't want to lose that defense.
Exactly.
That we have. But getting Bradley Beal will be tough. Like, I mean, you're gonna lose that defense, but it depends on the role players that you replace the team with. If you get some people that play defense. And then have some other, like people like Niang. He's not the worst. He's actually.
You probably would keep Max because he's on a rookie deal. You're gonna lose Harris though. Actually,
get rid of Harris. Get rid of Harris.
Harris is going next year, no matter what the Sixers do.
Yeah. It'll be a sign and trade. They'll trade Harris and sign Bill. Only problem is that you're gonna have Bill with a max deal, Hard with a max. So that's your team right there. After that,
they should do that. It'll be Brooklyn all over again. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that's why they should do that. I think they should get rid of Tobias Harris. They need to get a guy who is a 3-and-D, who doesn't need the ball, who doesn't need to score.
You got that with Thibault already.
Thibault's he's not a 3-and-D, but he's
not 3. He's all D. He's all defense.
All D, no 3.
All D, no 3. I think it's all defense. I'll be looking at his over-unders and everything on the team, bro.
He never hit the fits.
Over under 5 points. He don't hit 5.5. Like his rebounds don't really be good either. Like they'd be like 2-3. Like damn, bro. Like I don't know why doesn't he do that stuff though. Like I understand he's a defensive player, but he's big enough to get some rebounds. Get some assists, move the ball. He don't even dribble.
He has to shoot the ball better for them to be better. Mm-hmm. But they need to go get a true 3-and-D guy, like how. Like not for nothing, but like when the Lakers won the chip with Kobe and Powell, and the reason was their 3.
Yeah.
Like what he did for them. That's what we need, because then that gives us you got Thibault, and then you can get Thibault improves the 3-point shooting. You get another 3-and-D guy that gives you 2 legit wings, 3-and-D, and then you got your 3 dominant scorers, Embiid, Harden, and Maxey.
Maxey's not a dominant scorer. That's part of him though, honestly.
What?
Maxey's not a dominant scorer. He comes and goes sometimes.
He comes and goes just like Milton.
Yeah, Shake. Yeah, same thing.
It's not
like
that
when they
bad.
beat I didn't watch the game when they.
He's not as bad as Shake. No, he's not as bad as Shake. But Maxey had some 8-7-point games. Like
no doubt. But shit, so was Tobias Harris, and you know what I'm saying? Like
no consistency with those. Well, I would say you get recently been getting more consistency from Maxey than you get.
I like Maxey though. You heard him in the press conference? I like Maxey. Maxey tough and shit like that.
I felt like how if they because I looked at the score the score sheet and I seen that Milton had like 20. But we're getting 20 from Milton or 15 something from the bench, I remember when he had that 39-point game against the Clippers. I always say that, but I thought, we was set because now we got somebody that come off the bench that could get buckets. If you have stuff, if they could do that like this year, that's how the Sixers could get to the chip or get to Eastern Conference Finals. We getting that production.
Yeah, they need everybody. They need Milton. They need Korkmaz. They need Niang. They need the boy Isaiah Joe. He don't get enough playing time. They probably see more than we do, obviously. But I like him. He's got size and can shoot. I like him, but he don't get a lot of PT.
Honestly, Jordan, you said it best, man. The key is Harden, because Joe gonna do his thing every night, right? So the key is gonna be Harden, and that's gonna be to see can he step up, get a 20-25 every night in a series against the Heat or the Bucks and stuff like that. Because if he don't, it's a problem.
If he I wouldn't be if they went out. Say they went out in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Say they went out in Game 7, but these guys put up numbers. I'm fine.
Okay.
Because I'm cool. Because you need to produce. Sometimes you produce, you still lose the game. Because you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. But you can't go to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose 4-2 or 4-1 or some shit like that. And put up numbers. You need to be Game 7, and then you can't be going to Game 7 or whatever, and you only averaging 20-some points. Nah, we're not doing that because we can't win just averaging 20 points. You're not gonna be able to do that. They're not gonna be able to win if they both don't average 25-30. And I'm not even worried about Joel because that's gonna happen. But Harden, he's a concern. It is a little bit of a concern. And Maxey's going to have to elevate his game because they're not going to get nothing from Tobias. Tobias' role has changed so much. He don't fit in this role. He's not just a spot-up 3-point shooter.
Yeah, I cashed that shit out, Tobi. I had Lakers $5 for the Western Conference final. I cashed that shit out. I was like, what
you put up originally?
Huh?
What you put up originally?
The Lakers? I'm $5 on that shit because that was like a just a maybe. Yo, let me count. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 future bets right now in basketball.
11 futures.
You would be hurt if they somehow figure it out.
Well, no, because I still got it for the championship. That's weird too. I got it for the championship if they figured it out. I got to close that shit out too. But I got Embiid MVP. 60 for $295. Warriors championship. Only put $12 on that for like $100. Lakers championship. Get rid of that. I got Heat championship. $10 for $150. I got a bunch of little shit to make like $12 basically. Suns 25 for $225. I got that too. Stuff. What else I got? Bulls Eastern Conference. $5 on that. Heat Bucks Eastern Conference. And I got Embiid. I put Defense Player of the Year for Embiid. I'm like, who's the Defense Player of the Year this year?
Word. I don't know.
Right. I'm like, who the fuck?
I was hearing, honestly, Gobert and Giannis. That's what I was hearing.
It probably would have been Ben if he was playing.
BS award, yo. It's been a BS award. Giannis about to get that thing for he about to have 3 Defensive Player of the Years now.
Yeah, but Gobert got 3 already. Shit, the fuck. So
Word, he got 3, and he be getting laid up.
all the time, he get cooked, and he can't play when Small's out there. He can't guard 3-point line. Gobert. So I'm like, he's not even a great
And
defender.
his
I
best
want.
centers, best centers in the game really be eating him up. Joel be giving it to him. Jokic be giving it to him. I don't think he a top 5 center. Dead ass.
I want Embiid to win. I got Embiid $10 for 310 if he would have been winning for the year right now.
Mhm.
So
I'll say he really not one of the best centers in the league. Like he's cat.
yeah.
Like
All right.
it's Embiid. You got Jokic. You got Towns. You got Adebayo. Gobert is not it.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up a bunch of these though when the first round start. Anyway, fellas, it's been a good show. Thank you all for coming out again. We're gonna come back. I already titled it Dave too and Jeff, so we're gonna do a show maybe a couple days for the playoff start, the week of the 16th. Maybe that Wednesday or Thursday, a playoff preview, end of the season show to really get our picks in and talk about the playoffs. Dave's gonna take off work for me, so he'll be on too. So anyway, thanks Toby, thanks Jordan, and we'll see you guys next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you.